My name is Natalia Blinkova. I teach fundamentals of lawyering here at GW Law, and I also coordinate the Writing Center. So the Writing Fellows staff the GW Law Writing Center, and it's about 50 students, generally 2Ls and 3Ls, who help clients throughout the law school, but mainly 1L students with their writing assignments. And the writing fellows will comment, will give feedback from the perspective of a legal reader, which means they will focus on things like structure, organization, big picture items. They're not going to fix your paper, but they're going to give you comments in such a way so that you can improve your own work product and become a stronger writer. So legal writing is one of those foundational skills that young attorneys, not just young attorneys, attorneys use in their daily practice. And so it's critical for 1L students to develop a really strong basis in legal writing. And the Writing Center is there to guide students through this process because legal writing is a little bit more specific and different from the type of writing that students have done in their undergraduate careers. So the Writing Center is there to make sure that students do build that incredibly powerful foundation for the rest of their legal practice. So writing fellows meet with individual clients for 30 minutes or 45 minutes and give them feedback on their written work product. And this involves questions about what the writer has articulated in their drafts. They can also meet with students at the outlining stage, so students can work through whatever their thought process is on a particular writing assignment. And that way they move the ball forward. So writing fellows help with projects from all over the law school, whether it's 1L writing assignments, such as what we call the CIA or the CRM. And they also help 2Ls and 3Ls with their notes for their journals. They will also work with LLM students on LLM theses. So any writing project that a student brings in from around the law school will be fair game for the writing fellows to comment on. Writing fellows can help at any phase of the writing process. Some students will come in with full drafts that are even polished and get reactions and feedback from the writing fellows. Others will come in at much earlier stages of the drafting process with perhaps an outline or just the kernels of an outline and talk through their ideas with the writing fellows. That is also a very beneficial stage at which to get advice from the Writing Center. So writing fellows will often develop really strong mentoring relationships with their Writing Center clients. Students will often go into Writing Center conferences not just seeking feedback on their writing, but also wanting advice about their law school experience generally, how to navigate all that GW Law has to offer, such as writing competitions, journals, and so on. And sometimes students want to go into the Writing Center just to get, just to see that friendly face, to have an upper level student tell them that, yes, the 1L year can be really demanding, but they're going to not only make it through, but also excel. So there are really strong connections that writing fellows will establish with their clients. So generally, we hire writing fellows in the spring, and we get lots of applications. And in the applications, you submit a personal statement. Why would you like to be a writing fellow, and why are you qualified for the position? Also, we ask things like what makes an inclusive writing center, and we'd love to have your opinion on that. And you mark up a sort of a sample writing assignment so that we can see how you comment on student writing. Then we conduct interviews, and those who are selected find out generally towards the end of the spring semester.